From the beginning, William Carey believed that missionaries should not work alone. It was much better to have a community of support. And even though in the early years in India he was quite alone, he continued to pray that God would send fellow laborers who would join hands and heart with him in the great mission of sharing the gospel with India. After he had been there nearly 7 years, that prayer was answered when on December the 1st, 1799, William Ward arrived from England. Ward was a printer by trade, and he brought all the expertise of printing and publishing the Bengali translation of the New Testament, which William Carey at that time had already completed. And soon there were two others, remarkable individuals who came to join Ward and Carey. They were Joshua and Hannah Marshman. They had been school teachers back in England and brought the vision for an educational ministry among the people of India. Together these three, Carey, Ward, and Marshman, formed the Serampore Trio, a remarkable partnership in missions. Serampore was a Danish city located some 30 miles from Calcutta. Here they found protection by the Danish crown from the encroachments of the East India Company. And they decided they would live together in community, sharing property in common, taking their meals together. It was scary at first. None of them had ever done anything like this, and William Ward said, "I tremble almost before we begin to live together. One man of the wrong temper could make our house a hell." Well, they had their stress and strain, but through it all, they continued to live together and pray and work for the common mission to which God had called them. They drew up what they call the Serampore Compact, 11 statements of purpose, setting forth a rationale for their mission and really what they hoped to accomplish in their work together in India. Let me read to you these statements of purpose from the Serampore Compact. Number 1, to set an infinite value on the souls of men. 2, to acquaint ourselves with the snares which hold the minds of the people. 3, to abstain from whatever deepens India's prejudice against the gospel. 4, to watch for every chance of doing good to the people. 5, to preach Christ crucified as the grand means of conversions. 6, to esteem and treat Indians always as our equals. 7, to guard and build up the hosts that may be gathered. 8, to cultivate their spiritual gifts, ever pressing upon them their missionary obligation, since Indians can only win India for Christ. 9, to labor unceasingly in biblical translation. 10, to be instant in the nurture of personal religion. And 11, to give ourselves without reserve to the cause, not counting even the clothes we wear our own. On April the 24th, 1800, the Serampore Brotherhood celebrated a day of thanksgiving as they came together to consecrate their buildings and to form themselves into a church, a Baptist congregation, with Carey as pastor and Marshman and Ward as the deacons. Looking back over the months and weeks of coming together, the trials and temptations they had faced, they could see with clarity that the hand of God had brought them together and had knitted their hearts together in a remarkable community, one of the great landmarks in the history of Christian missions.